Hello Svenny McG, it's me Svenny McG. Today I'm excited to show you this one. This is the Nyko Air Flow EX. You can see it's really a lot of sheen on here, but big button in the middle here. We're going to totally check this out. We're going to do it right now. Okay, my friends, this is the Nyko Air Flow EX, and you can see there's like a crazy amount of sheen here. In fact, it's actually very reflective. Got your standard buttons, your white and blacks here, A, B, X, Y. This may not be the greatest. It doesn't feel too bad, to tell you the truth. It moves well, but if you really love the plus style D-pad, like found here on this S controller, even this though used the disc pattern, so I don't know. It's really user preference, I guess. I'll be honest, I don't know that these were rubberized or not. I'm gonna say they probably were, and they've come off with time, but they still function very well. Standard triggers on top here, nothing knurled, etc. 2 ports for your memory cards, and you have the breakaway cable, just like all original Xbox controllers. Now, one obvious notable difference is, size-wise, this is quite a bit bigger, you know, almost more akin to what the Duke was in its sheer size. Even lining it up top to top, you can see that you got quite a bit of overhang, and more so, underneath, you got this big chonky box. Worth noting that despite all of that, it actually doesn't weigh too much different or feel that much heavier than a standard controller. But what is the box all about? Check it out. You have a giant fan under here. Why a fan? Watch this. All right, this here, as you know, is an original Xbox, and it is plugged in. It's just not hooked up to a TV. I'm going to plug in the EX controller here. I'm going to turn it on. Not sure if you can hear the system humming here. It's kind of giving me a flickering on the front here because it doesn't love that it's not hooked up to a television. But check this out. So of all the things here, like I said, we have a fan on the back. But look at this. This big button in the middle. Watch what happens, of course. You can see that spinning like crazy. Now, actually, it glows red while it's on, but if you push it a second time, it goes green, and the fan has actually reduced. Push it a third time, it goes off, and the fan actually comes to a stop. You see that? On again, here we go. So, what is the point of having this fan blowing here while you're trying to play? I mean, is it trying to cool your hands? Well, of course it is. However, this fan is the intake. This is drawing it in. All these little perforated holes here in the bottom and these giant vents on the side, that's where the air's blowing, right into the palm of your hands. Do you see that? Cools down your fingers, cools down the palms of your hands, and you can regulate how much air you want to actually blow there. You can slow the flow of the air by simply regulating the fan. Isn't that insane? Isn't that awesome? I mean, I think it's just a fantastic idea. If you're gaming for a long time and you're really getting into some intense gameplay, you got a deathmatch and Halo going on, you can totally cool your hands down and perhaps give yourself the advantage over your opponents by keeping yourself chill. How cool is that? Here I just have a microcloth leaning against the controller, but when I turn it on, it's enough to actually keep the thing pushed away at bay here. So even as I move it closer towards it, it still keeps pushing it away. Slow it down, of course it gets a little bit closer. When I turn it off, the cloth comes back to the controller. So it is enough to push it away. That's how much you're feeling. So very cool. I'm not sure if you can hear that itself or the noise of the Xbox in the back, but the noise of that fan, maybe that could be a deterrent for some. To me, not so bad. I don't think I'd use the fan chronically, but it is kind of a cool feature, at least a unique one, that's for sure. It is a bigger controller. Here's the green version of the S controller. You know, but this clearly was kind of the aesthetic it was going for. And comparing this Nyko Air Flow EX to the Microcon controller, the size difference here, like we're talking big time difference. Now, one cool thing though, again, besides the airflow, all the buttons are still mapped out here. Bigger grip, and this does have rumble in it. Now, that was a kind of a flaw with this wireless, if you want to call that a flaw for the Microcon for the Xbox, but this one here does have rumble. So you have everything plus the additional flow. So what do you think of this controller? I think it's such a unique, neat feature. Definitely one someone needed to make. Doesn't need to be mandatory. Is this what's missing in your PS5 controllers right now, on your Series X controllers? Maybe not. We've all been there getting sweaty mitts during gameplay when things start to get intense. So I think this was a pretty innovative way to keep your cool during those times. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, as it always helps grow our channel. Until I see you guys again soon, please take care. Be good to each other. Bye now.